is the behind the scenes of our next movie.
They're actual snowflakes.
Crawl in place quickly, like a little bit of a quicker motion here. Put your butt down a little bit.
Oh my god.
Here we go, the sun is right there. Take it to the clouds enabling it. Okay, here we go. Here's the best take. Ready, set, action. Hello, indie filmmaker here, Adolfo Navarro with Enraged Media, and today we're going to go behind the scenes to my latest short film entitled Help Me. This was a part of the 48-hour Almost Famous Film Festival's One Shot, One Take Film Challenge 2021.
It was a challenge, to say the least.
Yes. Anytime you do a one take or a continuously long shot of a scene or a movie, there are multiple challenges involved. Doing one continuous take depends on the action and the theme that you're doing, but it requires a lot of blocking, a lot of planning, and kind of like a dance number between the camera, the actors, or whatever actions they're doing. So everything has got to come together in the one perfect take. We had a lot of fun making this film, but there were challenging elements here, and that's, weather to the blocking to the environment that we went to. So I figured let's go ahead and get started and talk about these fun things that we did document along the way.
I don't remember the freaking line.
Okay, go back. The theme is something unexpected. The line of dialogue, I didn't see that coming.
I have a question.
Yes, your question.
Can I use a GoPro and go walk around?
I did bring a GoPro, sure. I brought an Osmo. It's about the same as GoPro, but I did not charge it. So we'll see how much battery it has. But yeah, you can go ahead and document all you want for the battery that I have left on it.
This is behind the scenes of the tunnel.
So I have ventured into short films before with long continuous takes, even one that was 7 minutes long for a film challenge about an alien invasion. I'll put the link above here. So I figured, why not just do the same type of approach, but if it's 2 minutes and under, then this should be easier, right? You would think it would be, but it all depends on all the elements that have to come together with the planning and how much time you have to do. It all changes everything. I think we experienced all 4, 5, 6 seasons all within 4, 5, 6 hours. I didn't even know there was that many seasons, but we did get them. These are some of the things you got to factor in, because if you're going outside and you're shooting long takes, if the sun is blazing at you, you got to compensate for the exposure for that. Or if you're in a cloudy environment, that can change the tone of your film completely, better for color correction maybe later on. Or if you're at night, you have shadows. There's so many different variables happen when you're shooting outside. I don't think it'll be this foggy, but we should. So this was a sign of what we were about to experience when we actually make it to our location. So once we got to the location, it was a little hike from the road that we parked our car from. It kind of reminded me of Pet Sematary. When they start in this one location, they have to trek their way up through some type of questionable environments. So this is kind of what this was like. We just had to make sure that we packed food and equipment and everything that we needed. So once we made it to the location, we unpacked everything, got everybody comfortable, and then we went ahead and started blocking out the scene. We really needed to get the actors to get into a rhythm and a flow, and then I was going to shoot it, and I needed to know how they are interacting so that I can move my camera. I had it all in my head, but at the same time, you don't really know until you actually get on set. Once they get their lines down, then they would know where I'm at, and then it's kind of, like I said, that dance. We all dance around in this little narrow area that ends up towards this cave, which is kind of the heart of the whole film. My daughter was one of the characters that walks into the tunnel at some point, but I knew she wasn't going to go that far in. And then I turned the camera, rotate it, and shift the focus from her, so it gives her enough time to possibly run back and hide behind me. So that was a part of the challenge. Every time we moved the camera and a character speaks, we had to hide our crew, which is one of the reasons why our crew was so small. A key grip and my daughter, if anybody that wasn't in the scene, they had to go and hide behind the cameraman, which was me. There wasn't any area for anybody to go hide, because we end up going from the outside of the tunnel into the tunnel. So timing was crucial.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't get the line though. What's the line again?
I didn't see that coming.
So am I supposed to say that now?
Yeah, you say that now.
Okay.
So that comes after I say, it's a tunnel though.
Did we go the right way? I don't want to get it wrong. You say it one word wrong. It's,
Right.
it's not the right line.
So after the rain went away, we started to see overcast, and the clouds started blocking the sun, which gave us, you know, in my opinion, perfect lighting for the mood of this film. So after we got our flow and our rhythm down so well that we were gonna be underneath the 2-minute mark, we didn't have to time anymore. As long as all the action we wanted to do stayed the same, and we pretty much performed it the same way every time. So when we first started rehearsing and kind of planning everything, we got there, it was around 30-some degrees. All of a sudden, after the rain came for a little bit, the clouds separated and we had sunshine on us. So we were like, okay, now we're getting hot. And then all of a sudden, we started to get snow.
It's snowing! It's snowing! It's a Christmas miracle!
It literally started snowing on us. From 10 minutes prior to that, we were in the sunshine. And then 20 minutes or an hour before that, we were in the rain.
It's hailing.
So things were going very well. We had a couple takes in the can, and then all of a sudden we started to get hail. So that was a part of that weather challenge, you know. When we go outside and do these long takes, you are at the mercy of the weather.
It has stopped raining and snowing and hailing.
The weather decided to have some fun with us, I feel, and give us all the seasons all at once. So once the hail died down, the sun came out again. So I was like, no matter what, guys, we have to get some takes down. Let's shoot it in the sun, let's shoot it in the hail, let's shoot it in an overcast. It doesn't even matter about the weather at this. We can't control this, and I will compensate if I need to with my f-stop as we shoot. A couple seconds, it would be bright sun with no clouds, and all of a sudden the sun would go behind a cloud, and I have a completely different exposure, and we just kept shooting because we just had no time. We just wasn't a lot of time to have to keep waiting for the weather to be perfect. And we would do a take, and we did that about, I don't know, maybe we did roughly around 10 to 20 takes.
I didn't see this coming. Go back. I don't remember the freaking line. I don't remember the line, so we have to go back. I don't remember the freaking line. I didn't see this coming. That coming!
So this is a perfect example of guerrilla filmmaking, where you're just going to make a film with limited time and work with the challenges you're going to be given. And sometimes you don't know what those challenges are. But if you stay focused and everybody's on the same page and knows the same goal, great things can happen. So we ended up with some really good takes. So after the characters go in this tunnel, they experience some crazy shenanigans. I knew that after that we have to shoot a couple parts with some characters against green screen, because one character is going to walk behind another character, but when they get in the cave, they are going to be pulled up and disappear. We did this really quickly, had the character walk in place, and some of the other actors just held up the green screen literally in the cave to match the lighting as best we could. That worked out great, so we moved on to VFX shot number 2. So for this next shot, this actually took a little bit of time because we had to get a character in a full body monster suit. Full body as in we put a mask on one of the actors, but then the rest of their body is kind of like a leotard type tight monster skin, because there were 2 different costumes I just put together. So I got this little net and put it around the neck area to hide the collar area. I went ahead and showed the actor how I pictured the movement of these cave dweller creatures would be making. Once we wrapped, we trekked everything back to the car, drove 2 hours back home, and I started working on the post-production. So I went to After Effects, and I've used motion tracking before for years, but this time I really wanted to test out the camera tracker, and it was a lifesaver. I was able to track multiple points in the cave walls and place my chroma keyed monsters in all the different places. And one thing helped the 3D tracker a lot was that I shot it in 4K at 60 frames per second. So the VFX first pass was done, and it kind of looked, you know, okay, but everything always looks okay at first when you're doing VFX. Once I actually started compositing the color correction along with creating some shadows, it brought those characters to life like they were actually there. After the VFX were completed, I focused on the sound for this particular film. Sound was very important. Sound is very important for everything, but when you're doing suspenseful films or horror films, you want to make sure the sound grabs people and says,
"Oh my God, feel what I want you to feel."
I know things got a little weird there, but it's true. Sound drives your film. Without good sound, you can have all the great visuals in the world, but without top-notch audio and sound, your film might not reach the highest level it could be in terms of making the audience feel a certain way when you're telling your story. So that was a little bit behind the scenes of our short film, Help Me. If you like what you see and you want to see more content, you can hit the subscribe button, or you like the video, that'd be helpful as well. If you want to get notified, you can hit the bell. Anytime I upload anything, you can get notified and come back, and hopefully I'll see you in the future.